Hey guys, welcome to Larock's Cooking Adventures. I'm your host Larock, and today we're going to make a Portobello Mushroom Sandwich. I'm going to take these portobellos here, clean the back sides out, clean these gills out first, then we're going to bake them off. Okay, so what we're going to do first is take the portobello and scrape these gills out on the underside, like such. And the reason why you want to do this is because you don't want these gills, quote unquote, to brown any of your sauce. If you happen to have a sauce for this portobello sandwich. I'm just going to take the spoon and just scrape these insides out. Like such. Okay. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 portobello mushrooms here you can find in your local grocery market. I shop personally at huge box stores, restaurant type stores. And you can just snip this little stem like such. Boom. Done. Now guys, before you do any cooking with vegetables, you always want to make sure you wash them and clean them off. I'm going to wash this in a second. So you want to wash them first, and then let them dry out, and then degill it. Take these out. We don't want these at all. Like that. Bing, bing, bang, boom. Okay. Now, because we're here on TV land, I'm going to skip one step that I would recommend doing to add a little bit more flavor to your mushroom, is to sit these in a balsamic vinaigrette and just let it marinate for a while, maybe an hour or two. Gotta give it a little bit more flavor. That's 3. And here's number 4. I actually do have 5, but I'm not going to use the 5th one because I purchased these mushrooms maybe a week ago, and that one in particular is starting to look a little funny. So what I'll do with that one is just cut it up for something else, like some dinner or something around here. Boom. So we have the 4 ports. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. This was the 5th one. Let's see the bruising. It's starting to, oh, it's all the way moldy. Look at that. Yeah, I don't want to do anything with that. All right. I'm going to take these and wash them off. Okay, now that we have our portobellos cleaned up, washed, and everything like that, we're just going to go ahead and season them and make a little marinade. I'm going to use some extra virgin olive oil. Don't need a lot, just need a little bit, just really to cover it. Like that. A little bit more. Okay, like that. Let's go ahead and put something sexy in it, like shallots. And I'm going to use for season my average basic seasoning, which is Montreal steak, seasonal, some oregano leaves, just a little bit, like that. Boom. Just a little bit of Montreal. This is coarse, heavy season. Okay. And a little bit of seasonal. Just a little bit. Okay. Let's just mix this up a little bit. Actually, you know what, guys? I'm going to make this a little more because I'm going to use this for the actual vegetables also that we're going to use. Like that, and give me a little bit more Wait, let's get rid of this mask. You guys be safe out there with that coronavirus going down. You know, get your social distance going. Get your mask on when you guys are outside in public places with lots of people. Shout out to the people who were affected with this coronavirus, who actually beat the coronavirus without any sort of vaccine going down. Okay, so we have a little bit of a marinade going. You could also use some fresh herbs like rosemary, thyme, or even basil, or whatever you like. Okay, so we're going to take these 4 mushrooms and put them on a sheet tray with a piece of baking paper, parchment paper. So I'll just take a little bit and drizzle it on. Like that. Like that. Like that. These are really nice. You know, if you want to impress someone, this would be a good little dish to create for them. You can have it as an appetizer, you can have it as an entree, whatever, however you want to do it, it can be done. And you also can make this dish vegan, which I'm not going to make it vegan. I'm not a vegan nor a vegetarian, even though I am working on becoming a vegetarian. Shout out to my sister, who's been pushing me for years to come off this meat. Okay. So we're just going to take this, put it in the oven. The oven temperature is set at 425. We're going to start with 15 minutes. We don't want to cook it too hard, because in the end we're going to put it back in the oven. Now this portobello sandwich can be served either hot or cold, but of course you have to cook it first. So what we have for vegetables to go inside this sandwich, there's different ways you can do this, different vegetables, however you want to do it, it's up to you. So I have 1 squash, zucchini, red pepper, carrot, carote, yellow pepper, Roma tomato, orange pepper, and I will make another one with spinach. Okay? Okay. So, all we're going to do with this stuff here is just cut it. I already peeled the carrot, as you can see. Now, typically, I usually would not put carrots in it, but because I have a bunch of carrots in my refrigerator, I just go ahead and decide to use it. Okay? Cut one side off. If you don't know how to cut, because it's circular, cut one side off, lay it flat, and then boom. Now, we're going to leave these vegetables cut just like this. Just like that. I'm going to season them a little bit, put them in the oven. Just like that. And I had 4, so I only need maybe 2 to 3 slices of each per sandwich. Now these I'm going to cut a little bit thicker, because this is going to be the heart of the sandwich. This and the squash. So let's see. 1, 2. That's a lot too thick. And uneven. Take it down just a little bit more. Like so. Okay, boom. I'm going to use these pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bang. Like that. And the same thing with this one. And of course, don't forget to wash your veggies. Boom. Like that. Okay. So we have our zoop, our squash, our carrots, carote. Shout out to all you guys who subscribe to this channel. You know, without you, I wouldn't be anything. I love the support you guys show me, the comments, the feedback, and I especially like all the different nations that actually tune into this program. Shout outs to you guys. I'm just going to leave that nice and quartered like that, because these will reduce down in size, so I don't want them to reduce too much. ¿Entienden? Understand me, guys? Sexy. One more. Oh, while I was shouting out the people who acquired the coronavirus and beat it, I also want to shout out the people who have lost loved ones, including myself, to the coronavirus. You know, this has not been easy for a lot of people. And I just want to commend the world society as a whole for being brave and doing what you got to do to stay healthy. You know, people don't hear good things too often, so I just want to shout you all out. Affected or not affected. Well, everyone's affected one way or another. And tomato, I really wasn't going to use this, but this is in my fridge and it's turning, so I don't know. Just core this. Even though wifey Larock likes having me eat the core, because she ain't going to core, she just going to cut it and get it popping. How we going to do this? Like that. That's how we're gonna do it. I'm supposing. Like so. Okay. So what do we have here, guys? I think we've covered everything. Maybe one more of this. Like that. If you guys do not have the knife skills, please do not try to cut fast and be fancy and all that stuff. Just take your time and make sure that you have a sharp knife. You guys might be afraid of sharp knives, but here's the deal. You'll cut yourself 10 times faster and worse with a dull knife. So don't go running around town using dull knives. Alright? Just get you a steel, some sort of sharpener. Steel is a sharpener for you guys that don't know. Alright, so now the last one is an orange pepper. Okay, baby, let's cruise away. Oh my god, that guy cannot sing. Stick to cooking, buddy. But I really don't care if I can't sing. I just be entertaining myself. So it is what it is. Larock is a party animal, even if he's the only one at the party. Oh my god. Okay. Bada boom, bada bing. Baby, let's cruise. Shout out to Smokey Robinson and his song. Scott Larock does not own any of the rights to any music ever played anywhere, any time of the day, any place, any country. So don't attack me about some music, okay? We're not stealing around here. We're definitely not stealing music. But these apps and all these companies be real sticklers about it. Okay, so we have our vegetables ready. So we're just going to put a little bit of season on this as well. Just a little bit. We don't want to do too fancy because we want to taste the vegetables at the end of the day without all that season on it. So we'll just do a light coating like that. Come back with this steak season like that, and a little bit of the oregano like that. Okay, I'm gonna take some of this marinade, add a little bit more oil because it's drying out. It's dry. We don't want dry. We want wet. We want that wet. Maybe kids are watching. So let's put a little bit on there. Not heavy, not too much. Okay. Okay. Stai bene. Everything is good here. Okay. Guys, this dish is super sexy. I gotta tell you. I don't know why I didn't make this long time ago. But here it is today. Actually, I did attempt to make this before, but I purchased all the product and then just ended up cutting it and eating it. Never made the video on that portobello sandwich. Okay, now next what we're gonna do is take these vegetables and put them on a sheet tray and put them also in the oven. Okay guys, this is what your product should look like before it goes into the oven. Might add just one more touch of season, just a little bit. And we're gonna go ahead and put that in the oven for about 10 minutes or so. And look, don't do this. You see this? That one had paper, this one does not. Before you guys start making dishes, make sure you're fully prepared and prepped up. Mise en place. Had I been fully prepared and prepped up, that there sheet tray would have a piece of parchment paper on it. But it doesn't. Okay? So, make sure you have all your stuff before you get to rocking. Alright? So, while that's in the oven, I just pulled the mushrooms out. See what they look like, guys? Okay, so we're just going to let these cool down. Yeah? See, no gills? Beautiful. We're just going to let these cool down. Then we're going to slice them and then stuff them. Now, while those are cooling, we need to make some sort of a... You don't necessarily need a sauce, but I'd like to have a sauce for this, just for presentation, just for plating. But again, you do not need a sauce. However, I'm going to make one for myself. So I'm going to use some white wine. I'm going to make a white wine lemon butter sauce. Okay. That looks to be about 2 cups. 2 cups of wine. Wait, I'm going to need a glass of that. I really don't drink wine, but since I just bought this $15 bottle just for this, I might as well have a sip. Cheers. So we have white wine in there. I'm going to add some butter to it. Like that. Boom. And then a little bit of lemon. That. Now, you see the seeds in there? We don't want the seeds in our sauce. So squeeze it through your hands. Timer. Wow, that was fast. Okay. Now, as you guys know, lemon is very powerful. So we don't want that much. Okay? So I just used that half a lemon, and then like I said, there's about 2 cups in there. I'm just gonna put this on the stove and get that ready. Oh, my timer's screaming at me, but there's no way possible that those vegetables are ready. No, they're not. I believe I only set that timer for a few minutes, so I'm gonna set it for about 6 more minutes. Okay. Okay. Very well. So, we have our sauce being made right now. White wine, lemon butter. Let's get over there. Alright guys, we have the white wine, lemon butter. Let me get some light over here. You can see a little bit better. Okay. We have the white wine, lemon butter working. And in this saute pan, we're going to put some spinach in there. We're going to use that same marinade, because it's a little bit left, as the oil base to saute the spinach in. Okay. We'll get this pan nice and hot. Then we're going to add the spinach. Be generous with the spinach because you all should know that when you cook the spinach, it completely wilts down. But I only need enough for one. So that should be fine. You can season your spinach with whatever type of seasons or herbs you like, you prefer, whatever your preference is. I'm just going to put a little bit of oregano in here. Okay. And a very little bit of seasoning oil. Bang! Now the shallots in here are going to give this real good flavor, this spinach. These shallots are killer good. Okay? I like shallots. I don't use them often, but I like them a lot. They have nice flavor and very healthy for you. Okay. Now while that's doing what it's doing, I don't want to make this sauce too hot. Now, to make this an actual sauce and tighten up, we're going to use some old school cooking methods. Old grandma's style. You're going to take some butter and some flour, pat it together, create a roux, and that roux is going to thicken and tighten up this sauce. There's also another way to thicken this, which would be one, reduce, and then add maybe some cornstarch. But I'm not a huge fan of cornstarch, so I'll use the old school method of the roux, the butter and the flour. Equal parts butter, equal parts flour. Creates your roux. All right, guys. Okay. I'm just gonna let this cook down. Let that cook. Alrighty, so here we have some flour and some butter, and we're gonna make our roux. Here's the flour, butter. Just pat it down. Okay. Like so. Just throw it in there. Now spinach is cooked down. Looking good. I'm just going to turn this heat off. And that's that for the spinach. As you can see, like I can see, it hasn't thickened up much, but I can see it's about to start working. You see the content and color change a little bit. Now if you want to get real sexy with it, you could take like some capers and some maybe white or red onions and saute them and throw them into your sauce. So it'll be a caper onion wine lemon butter sauce. Okay, boom. Roux. R-O-U-X. French style. And let this cool down. Just let that do what it do. The vegetables that are in the oven are taking a little bit longer than I had said and stated. I don't know what I was thinking, saying that it would only be, 10 minutes or what have you, because the thickness of the vegetables is what's going to take the longest. But that also depends on you and how you like to eat your food. Some people like softer, some people like al dente, some people like raw. You can eat it raw. It's all on you and your preference and your tastes. And if you do use cornstarch, guys, you want to take your cornstarch by the teaspoon slowly. You're going to put it in, let's say, a cup. You're going to take a teaspoon of the cornstarch, put it in the cup, add your liquid, mix it up. You want to make it liquidy before you add it into your sauce, because if you don't, you're going to get a bunch of lumps. And we do not want lumps in our product. Now that doesn't matter if you're selling the product or if you're just enjoying the product yourself. What we don't want are the lumps. On no day do we want those lumps. Okay? And if by chance you do end up with lumps, there's a simple solution. If you have a chinois, china cap, or a strainer, or cheesecloth or something like that, which most of you probably won't, you can just use something like this. This will catch all your little gravy lump balls. Even if you got a gravy or white wine sauce or whatever it is, and you ended up with lumps, just strain it straight through there. Bing, boom. Like that. Like that, guys. All right. Now, shout out to my sponsors that I do not have. So you guys, don't be afraid. Reach out to me. Reach out to me, show me some love, give me some sponsorships, and allow me to turn this channel all the way up. Because as of now, this channel just costs me money, which I don't mind to spend because it's for a good purpose, which is to educate you guys. Now, some of you, of course, know how to cook. Some of you chefs will look at this and probably laugh at me, but that's okay because I don't care. I'm not doing it for the chefs and the professionals. I'm doing it for the everyday person. Our mushrooms have cooled down a bit. Still a little bit warm, but we're still waiting for the vegetables inside the oven, and then we're going to allow them to also cool down. The spinach is done. It's going to cool down also. Okay. My sauce is coming along slowly but surely, but I have a low heat, so it's not really activating as fast, but I'm not in a rush. I'm just here taking my time. Okay, that sauce is certainly tightening up, thickening up. Look at that. Look at that. My boy Larock gonna teach y'all how to cook now. Been a passion of mine since I was 13. Very, very, very long time ago. Okay, that time is about to go off, so let's go ahead and take out these vegetables. Take a look. Okay, now vegetables are good. Look, bing, 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 bing. So we're just gonna let these cool down, like we did the mushrooms themselves and the spinach. Okay. Okay. Look at that sauce. Ooh wee, guys. Ooh wee. Yeah, buddy. Shout out to my homie Charlie at work. Yeah, buddy. He's my yeah, buddy dude. That's his coin to phrase. Alright, so we're going to turn that off. Let that relax and chill. Let this all relax and chill. And then we're going to put these puppies together. Once everything gets nice and chilled out. Alright, guys. So, these are our vegetables. They have cooled down a bit. So, what we're going to do now is go ahead and put them together after we slice almost the best ingredient to me, which is fresh mozzarella. Fresh mozzarella is very, very, very good. I love fresh mozzarella. I eat this all the time. Okay. What we're going to do, how many we have? 4. This is a very large piece. Usually you find them a lot smaller, so we're just going to cut it 4 pieces. Nothing fancy because you're going to put this inside and it's just going to melt down. Okay, so we have 4 pieces and 1 for me. I'll take the small one. Okay. Now, what you're going to do with the mushroom is very carefully slice it. Okay? So you get 2 pieces, a top and a bottom. Be very careful not to cut yourself when you're doing this. Okay? Boom, like that. Like that. Like that. Now, this is a vegetarian dish, but like I said, you can make it vegan simply by not adding the cheese. Okay? Okay. Now, I gotta tell you, you make this for someone, they're gonna love you. I'm like, oh my God, that was so good. Boom, 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 boom. And then it's just a simple assembly. Use whatever vegetables you like. Maybe one, maybe two. Now let's switch these up because this is a little bit larger. A little bit better base. We're gonna do one spinach. So we'll just put that block of spinach right there. And then we'll put this piece of cheese on top. And then boom, that's that for the spinach version. And then some squash. Like so. Now I'm gonna go with orange pepper. Like that. And like that. That's a lot there, so we're just gonna go ahead and call that one done. Like that. Boom. We'll do the one with the tomato. Bing. Bing. Another slice here. I'll just use tomato and mozzarella for that one. This one we'll put some carrots. As you can see, each one of these just is a little bit different in its own. Boom. 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 Now, what you want to do at this point, right, is go ahead and take it and then put it back in the oven for just a few minutes to melt the mozzarella down a little bit. Or you can just leave it like this if you prefer. Alright, so I'm just gonna take these, put them on our sheet tray again. Now we're just going to put this back in the oven. It's going to be truly 5 minutes this time. Because like I said, all we want to do is melt down that cheese a little bit. You don't have to do that. I just like to do that. Again, it depends on how you're going to serve this dish. You know, you might want to serve it cold. You might want to serve it lukewarm. That is all up to you guys. All right, our time is up on the mushrooms. This is what they're looking like. Okay, cheese looks good. Here's the spinach one. Ooh, hot. Ooh. Okay. Just let that sit for 1 second. This one, I don't even like spinach, but I got me digging in that one. Okay. There's a tomato one. Big boy. Huh? Yes, 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 yes. Okay, spinaka. Look good. Okay. Voila. Alrighty guys, this is what it looks like. Same thing, just plated on 2 different plates. Okay, so we're gonna take that lemon butter sauce that we made, just drizzle some on. Like that. Nice and sexy. Adult style. Like that. Now, had we left those bottom under gills on the portobello mushroom, this would all be brown and not looking remotely right, and we don't want that. Now do we, kitties? No, Papa. Okay. Shout out the bus who get on my nerves at work. Okay, guys, there you have it. Larocks Portobello Sandwich. Now I know what these taste like, so I really don't need to taste them. If you guys enjoyed this video, please subscribe to this channel, give it a thumbs up for liking it, and share it with others. If you do subscribe to this channel, please make sure you hit that notification bell and select all so that you will be notified whenever we have new content here on this program. I'd like to say thank you all again. Much love.